This is how to build a cross-ditch fire lay. Now right here below me, I've got the beginnings. And what I've done is I've gone and dug 2 trenches. And these are 2 ditches in a cross formation. And the idea behind this is to allow increased airflow as you get your campfire started. So I'm going to go ahead and build, this time, a log cabin fire lay over the top of this. And the concept is that as the oxygen comes up, it will fuel that fire and get it going very quickly. So oxygen in, oxygen up, heat comes up, the fire gets started. One of the other good things about this fire lay is that when you're done, you can go ahead and take the dirt that you've removed from it and you can cover it over. Now, digging ditches is not leave no trace, but you can definitely take down the impact of building a fire like this by saving your dirt and covering it over when you are done. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. With all fires, we want to go ahead and have a tinder bundle. And depending on the region that you're in, you can make this out of just about any kind of materials. But the idea is that you get lots and lots of surface area. It needs to be completely dead, completely dry, and have lots of spaces for air. Because that's the name of the game. You can get a lot of this stuff started up with little bitty flames, but you want to have so much heat and so much oxygen hitting this that you get your fire started very quickly. So lots of heat, lots of flame very quickly. One of the other benefits is that as you build your log cabin or pyramid fire over the top, you can access each of these ends with a match very easily. You're going to be sheltered from the wind, and you're not going to have it covered over where it's hard to maneuver. So I'm going to go ahead right now and start stacking. This is going to be a kind of a small variation on the log cabin. Go ahead and stay there. And you can spend all day putting these things together and taking your time and building beautiful pieces of art. But it's a good thing to remember that in the end, it's all going to be burned up. It does not have to look pretty. It needs to be effective. So what I'm going to do is kind of crisscross here my tinder and make it so that as the kindling below starts to catch fire and as those flames come up, they're going to be able to weave in and through all these pieces of wood. You might also notice that I'm leaving a bit of a chimney in the middle. I see a lot of people go ahead and put all their stuff all over the edge and kind of leave layers and mats where it stops the smoke, it stops the airflow. What I like to do is make sure that I have a chimney effect, so it's going to actually draw it up through there and you're going to concentrate that fire. It's not so much that I get a good steady burn. A fire lay is all about getting the fire started, okay? So get lots of heat, lots of oxygen. You want all this to burn up and combust very quickly, and then continue to add your larger logs and larger fuel to that. Now, at this point, and it's only taken us less than a minute, we are ready to go ahead and get this thing started. With all fire lays, the idea is that they should be what's called a one-match fire. And that means that 1 match should equal 1 fire. Now, whether you're in a survival situation or you're just weekend camping, the idea is that you spend some extra time, know your surroundings, know how much effort and to what lengths you need to actually put into this fire lay to get it started. I can get away with it a little bit more here because we haven't had rain in a few weeks. But if you're in a damp environment, definitely take the time, stack this correctly, spending an extra 5 or 6 minutes in order to ensure that you get your fire is worth it. And you might be cold, you might be hungry, you might need light. Take the time, it'll be worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and get down close, set my match, and start up my fuel. And it should blaze up very quickly, and that's the idea. You want to get very flammable material. You want to get this burst of heat very soon so that you get everything started up. And as this thing starts to flame up, you can go ahead and continue to play a part in it, continue to put different sizes of stick, and as it really starts to catch, you want to increase the size of fuel and just kind of lay it on there. Make sure you're not smothering it where it can't get oxygen up, because oxygen flow is the idea of this fire lay. So oxygen, 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 and everything ought to flame right on up. So there it goes. Start to hear that heat. Always a pretty sound getting these fires going. Now consideration, we do have a breeze now blowing in, coming across. If I was really worried about this, I would have gone and started the fire on the upwind side. And that way, as the fuel was consumed, we get more and more of the flame pushing up into this area. As it were, we're sheltered enough by the ditch being down low that that flame's going to come right on up as it consumes. There you have it, guys. Well, guys, as always, if you have a campfire out, whether you're surviving or just camping for the weekend, make sure that you put it all the way out before you leave it. Never leave your campfires unattended. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Check out some of the other fire lays. Till next time.